An average car spends only 5% of its life moving, even less when it's in a jam. And during peak hours, 50% of drivers are looking for a space to park.
There is nowhere to park.
Residents parking, residents parking.
That's double yellow.
And if you're trying to park in Birmingham, the odds of finding a space aren't great. It's the worst place to park in the UK. It's a case of squash it in wherever you can and hope no one notices. The man to restore parking law and order to the streets of Birmingham is PC Mark Hodson.
Drivers got to remember, if you're going to park in a dangerous and inconsiderate way, you're just going to have to watch out, because it'll be me coming along in my traffic car and you'll be prosecuted for it.
They call this man RoboCop because he's an enforcement machine. He's on a mission to educate the parkers of England's second city.
See where you've parked there? Yeah. OK, what sort of issue do you think that causes me pulling out of here?
Oh, you can't see.
I can't see now, so you're going to move it, aren't you? Thank you very much.
It takes a second for a child to be run over on a crossing. Driving's not a right, it's a privilege.
In the West Midlands, parking offences are split 50-50 between the police and traffic wardens, and RoboCop takes his half very seriously. This man is a stickler for the rules. Mark's the brainchild behind a scheme called Operation ParkSafe. It's a mission to clamp down on the city's reckless and perilous parkers.
Today we're going to go into Birmingham city centre, where there's a lot of pedestrian footfall, a lot of vulnerable users like cyclists also. And today we're going to be targeting those drivers who park in inconsiderate or dangerous manner. Some will always chance it, some will always think they've got the divine right to park wherever they want, to the detriment of the safety of others, unfortunately.
True to form, his bionic eye spots another driver chancing his arm.
This one yours, is it, sir?
Yes, mate.
Hello. The reason that I'm talking to you is you've just parked your vehicle right on the corner of the junction there, OK? Would you do that in your driving test?
No.
No. Why wouldn't you park like that in your driving test?
We're not allowed.
You're not allowed, are you? The reason I'm talking to you is because you left your motor vehicle in a dangerous position. Anybody coming down this road like here can't see traffic coming down, it increases the chance of a collision massively, OK? I'll quickly fill out this ticket here, and then what we'll do is you'll get a letter through the post, all right?
A passing builder is unimpressed.
People park like all around the place. It's pretty stupid. I've never seen parking as bad as what I've seen in this country. It's terrible.
But he's more offended by the driver's fashion choices.
I've given him 5 years for wearing a roll-neck shirt.
OK, take care. Yeah, we won't go into his attire, if you like. There is no law against wearing a roll neck, not yet anyway, and it's not something that we in the West Midlands Police look to prosecute if there was one. But not in a million years was it safe to leave that car there, but he decided to, for his convenience, against the safety and convenience of everybody else. So, you know, a very low standard of driving, that one.
Parking in the UK is getting worse. Almost a third of our cities are reporting an increase in vehicles positioned illegally. And pavement parking has become second nature.
The issue with this one is, why whoever parked there thinks they've got the right to park on a pavement like that anyway is beyond me.
1 in 10 drivers park daily on the pavement, which equates to about 3 million a day.
The main issue is they've taken up the main thoroughfare of the pavement, if you like. There's street furniture on this side. As you can see, if somebody's coming along this particular bit of pavement here, either in a mobility scooter, a wheelchair user, somebody with a double buggy, they are not going to get past, are they?
Whilst outside of London it's still legal to park on the pavement, if you're causing an obstruction like this car, you will be liable for a fine.
Lucky for this car owner, we've not seen anybody forced into the road whilst we've been here, but I've got a feeling, hopefully, they'll be in here. Hello.
Okay.
Black Range Rover. Whose is it?
It's not mine, but I'll find out whose it is.
Cheers, thank you. It's not theirs, but they'll send somebody down.
Someone's going to receive some education.
Somebody who works here and parks here every day and doesn't think about it. That's what I'm expecting.
In our desperate desire to park, we will bend the rules. Like this parker. He's gone full tilt to park his car. Parking in this country is a nightmare at the best of times. Throw a big sporting event into the equation and it's mayhem.
On a match day, I wouldn't even think of driving over here to park. It's not going to happen. You're not going to find a space.
Thousands of people all descending on one postcode with one goal in mind: parking. Like here in Bristol, it's match day at Ashton Gate, home to Bristol City Football Club. Swansea City have come to town, bringing with them a travelling army of cars.
I was in my garden and the person came along and said, any chance I could park across your driveway because we're late?
There's far more cars now than there used to be.
It's hard for the parkers.
Parking is absolutely atrocious around Bristol. People are parking anywhere.
Even harder for the residents.
It's a nightmare. Whether it's the evening or whether it's during the day, it's terrible.
It's getting more and more difficult to park, especially as you can see I now can't even reverse out of my drive. I just wish I'd never bought a house near the city ground, really.
It's a couple of hours before the match, and in the local streets, it's chaos. This part of town has few parking regulations, so doesn't get many traffic wardens, and that's when the rules go out the window.
I've put my car on the corner today, because at the moment, there ain't no parking at all there. I've actually moved some cones to park there.
They call it the beautiful game, but there's nothing pretty about this. And local resident Jane Keynes is fed up. She's a prisoner to parking.
I dread some Saturdays when they play in home, to be honest. The better they're doing, the worse it is, because it gets more fans down there.
Despite being a City fan for years, match day fills Jane with dread. In the past, she's been left stranded.
If 2 cars is parked badly down there, then there's, well, 150 people around here who can't get in or out of their homes. It's not fair. I cannot live my life how I want to live. I got to stay in. Unless I got to go out, I don't go out.
But today, Jane has business to attend to, so she has no choice but to join the melee.
There's no yellow lines on the road to prove that you can't park here, so...
As kick-off approaches, it's all kicking off.
That is a typical one, yeah, mainly on the pavement, on a corner. They would park literally back to back with maybe 6 inches between one vehicle and another.
It's parking pandemonium. And it's locals like Jane who are paying the penalty. Her situation is not helped by her health.
I'm COPD and I'm short of breath. Just to walk out to the bus stop, it's effort. I go so far and I gotta stop.
For Jane, the buses are her lifeline, and that's been cut off by bad parking.
The bus can't get through because of the city supporters parking there. I just feel a bit trapped.
Matchday parking may be the nemesis of many a football fan, but 2 other little words fill drivers with dread. Parallel parking. It's the parking manoeuvre we hate the most. One man who knows a thing or two about parallel parking is driving instructor extraordinaire Andy. This alpaca lover is a man in pursuit of parking perfection.
I reckon Tina could actually park better than some people I've had to teach.
He's set up a scrapyard driving school where it's okay for any nervous drivers to go bumper to bumper.
I'm on a mission to make the country a happier place. So we're going to find the bad apples out there that can't park, and we're going to teach them to park properly.
In the limelight today is panic parker and panto performer Liam Halewood.
I'm an erratic parker because I can't park, and I'm always getting frantic in my personality, and I'm always blaming someone else because I can't park.
Liam, it seems, is more interested in mirror, signal, moisturise than manoeuvre, and he's a man who loves a good natter.
Are you all right?
What are you doing?
I'm having a nightmare, love. I can't get anywhere or park anywhere. You know how dizzy I am. You know me, I love getting in tight spaces, but not with my car. You'd think being like a singer, being in panto would be great at learning and taking stuff in. Oh! But I'm awful at parking. That is shite.
Oh yeah, you're all right?
Hi Liam, I'm Andy.
Nice to meet you, Andy.
You all right today?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Surrounded by a load of old bangers, it's showtime for Liam.
It smells quite nice and fruity. I'm definitely awful at any parking in a tight space, whether it's going forward or backwards or using mirrors.
So that's pretty much everything.
He's a stinge, that Andy, isn't he? He hasn't put any bloody petrol in this car. I don't think there's any parking I'm really good at unless it's a big space like that.
Almost a third of us admit to having parked more than a mile from our destination than attempt to parallel park. So the first step for Andy is to observe the scale of Liam's problem.
I'm definitely not going to get in this space whatsoever. There's no point in me even trying. Oh, there's no way. There's just no bloody way. I'm going to get in here. Oh, God, I'm nowhere near. Oh, I'm not going to get in this, you know.
Motormouth Liam is giving himself a good talking to.
Come on, Liam, you can bloody do this. Oh, dear. Oh, my God. There's just not enough room.
Bumper cars.
A little less conversation, Liam. A little more action, please.
How can you bloody get in here?
The hardest thing that I'm going to find with Liam is actually getting him to button it so I can actually talk to him. The problem is you're using your mirrors more than looking out your back window, so mirrors tend to lie to you.
Yeah.
You know, you look in the mirror in the morning and you think, oh, look lovely.
Well, hey, you cheeky one. I do look lovely.
Driving is the first thing he needs to think about, really. Talking, singing and radio and everything, that needs to come afterwards.
Liam is going to need to button it if he's ever going to conquer his parallel parking phobia.
I just lose my mind. I think it was a bit of pressure as well, obviously. It was just absolutely horrendous. I crashed about 50 times. I would definitely not be choosing that space to park in, ever.
In Britain, we have to fight for our right to parking, especially in the streets around our homes.
Everybody seems to think they paid road tax, insurance, they expect to park outside their own house.
We don't have an actual right to park in front of our homes. The closest we can get is a residence parking permit.
The permit doesn't give you the right to park outside your house.
I live in central Bristol and parking's a nightmare.
In the city of Bristol, resident parking zones were dramatically extended by the last mayor to ease parking carnage in the city's parking hotspots. Some Bristolians were so outraged they got tanked up.
We know there's a problem with the parking.
Angry traders drove a 1942 Sherman tank around the streets of Clifton in protest. Despite the opposition, today most of the city is controlled by residents parking. But the small pockets of Bristol that don't have them have become a parking free-for-all.
Parking around here has just got worse since we've had residents parking. It's just moved the problem over.
Commuters seek out the free spaces and dump their cars in the neighbourhood.
The parking is one big problem for everyone.
These streets are in such a motorised mess that there's real sympathy within the circles of power. Meet Councillor Jude English.
People get really wound up around this area because they feel like they've been kind of abandoned by the council. There's almost 3/4 of a circle around the city that is controlled parking, or what's called residence parking. And then there's this area, which is basically a gap in the circle. So this has become a free parking area for anybody else who wants to come and park around here.
For 2 years, the council have debated this area's parking nightmare, including introducing residence parking. But no decision has yet been made, leaving residents here in the parking lurch.
It's much worse now than it used to be. We're all trying to park in an area that there's just not enough space.
A new campaigning group has been formed by a number of concerned residents.
We've said BOSA, which is a slightly odd acronym, really, for Bishopston and St Andrews Traffic and Parking Group.
Bit of a mouthful. BOSA's aim is to find a solution to the parking horror.
Parking is a resource, and when resources are finite, people get very competitive about them.
BOSA members Paul and Kay are giving a guided tour of the chaos.
That's just people trying to squeeze in, isn't it, on any available space?
They're gathering evidence and collecting data of the parking pandemonium to support their campaign.
I've been pacing the width of roads.
Oh, yeah.
And Belmont Road is only 6 metres, whereas North Road here, it's between 7 and 8.
This is a good one.
Not even on the curb.
I don't really understand that. Why would you do that? Another example here, look at these cars. They've tucked in, obviously, to make room for a fire engine or an ambulance, but look at the space on the side. So if you had a buggy or a wheelchair...
Imagine having triplets and having them all in a buggy.
I'm always, particularly on bin day, having to go along the road. And at times cars have come towards us and it's been terrifying just to be able to get from A to B. And I've often got a 4-year-old in tow as well.
Just as well you didn't have twins.
It is,
Imagine
isn't it?
The current situation with parking in this area as it stands is an accident waiting to happen, and it's all exacerbated by this bad parking, blocking visibility, blocking junctions, blocking yellow lines.
The sheer density of parked cars is causing serious issues, a phenomenon called the domino effect.
We've had buses stuck and fire engines stuck and lorries stuck in our streets. Sometimes they scrape down the sides of cars and drive off. Oh, look, he's trying to squeeze through, look. You know, that's fine if he's got 5 minutes, but if it's a fire engine, they haven't got 5 minutes. And often they'll get completely stuck. This is where you get your wing mirrors knocked off and your car damaged. The issue here is that a project that was started several years ago to control parking in the city has been left unfinished. And until we sort that out, we'll still continue to have these issues, and it will just get worse.
If only those besieged Bristol residents could call 999 for Robocop. But he's still busy in Birmingham trying to track down the owner of that 4x4.
If you park in any of these situations, it takes me 2 seconds to evidence it, and if I see it, that's it, I will.
Robocop, aka PC Mark Hodson, is on a mission to educate the good people of Birmingham about their bad parking. Obstructing a footpath breaks the rules and carries a fine, but the culprit seems a bit shy.
Hiya. OK, we need to move your car. Situation your own making. OK, shouldn't have parked there in the first place. Yeah. But I need that vehicle moving now.
Without any option, she's coaxed out.
Pavements are for people, aren't they, pedestrians? Yeah. OK, the issue we have, that's the major thoroughfare there, OK? If somebody's on a mobility scooter or with a double buggy or a wheelchair user, they can't get past the street furniture there, can they?
And that's another letter in the post and a £30 fine.
Please don't park there in future. There's loads of parking around here, isn't there? Yeah. Tons of parking. OK. Again, it's somebody who's parked without thinking about the consequences of their parking. Apparently somebody said they could park there. They can't park there. Pavements are for people. Now look where people choose to walk when the pavement's clear. They choose the widest part.
The driver got off lightly. She could have faced penalty points and a fine of up to £1,000. Other drivers quick to take a parking punt are couriers, and Mark is about to deliver one of them a surprise.
This one parked here, he's double parked. He can't find anywhere close to where he wants to be to park, so we thought he'd just dump it in the middle of the road and block the road. Is that your van, is it, chap? It is, rightio. So you're going to be dealt with for an obstruction today, that's the offence. I could deal with you for a dangerous position. Appreciate because we put points in your licence, OK? Right. All right, you understand that? Yeah, because you wouldn't do that on your driving test, would you?
Officer, definitely not.
No, you wouldn't, no. It's not a case of that he's literally pushing something through a letterbox. It's a case of he's got to go into the building, get a signature, and it's going to be some considerable amount of time. If he chose to park, you know, another 20, 30 yards down the road, away from that bus stop, he could have inconvenienced a lot less people and caused a little bit less danger to others.
But there's one parking misdemeanour that really gets him mad.
I think the worst one for me is the parking on zigzag lines by crossing, because it's an absolute no-no. It's so obvious to everybody what those zigzag lines are for.
In the last 5 years, 38% of pedestrians killed or seriously injured on West Midland roads are hit at crossings.
He's parked on the zigzags on the approach to that crossing, which is causing people all sorts of issues. Get him to move over.
This is his uber bugbear.
He's that preoccupied with what we told him to do. He's just gone straight across the crossing with the pedestrian waiting there. I'll deal with this professional taxi driver. He's parked on zigzag line.
He'll be straight to the point.
Hello, driver. How are you? What can you see on the road down there? The zigzag line. What do those zigzag lines mean?
For no parking.
For no parking?
Yeah.
It's a zebra crossing, isn't it?
Yes,
okay?
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah, so people approaching the crossing need to be able to see people on the crossing about to cross.
No
You're blocking the view. Okay, right, yeah. I mean, there's plenty of other places you could wait, isn't there, around here?
That'll be one expensive fare.
What don't we do in future? You don't do that again, do you?
No, don't think
exactly, yeah, okay?
No. It's a mistake, it's a mistake.
Yeah.
So I accept, I'm guilty. But I'm
okay.
just asking you
I'm
about
just
option.
making sure you're not going to do it again in future.
No.
I think that's a no. Let's hope he taxis off and thinks twice about where he pulls over next. Parking in Britain on any given day is bad enough, but throw in a big crowd all heading to the same event and it's pandemonium.
It's a nightmare. It's terrible.
When 27,000 supporters descend on Ashton Gate Stadium on a match day, the parking rule book gets torn up.
We always park in the same place, bit of a ritual because we're very superstitious.
In the last couple of years, it's become increasingly difficult to park to the extent now where I don't bother.
The ensuing chaos is having a knock-on effect to the local residents. Jane Keynes is a City fan through and through, but when her team plays at home, she's a prisoner to parking.
When they park like that, no, it's not fair, because if we go out, we need to get back home. If we want to go out, we need to get out. We're just stuck.
The matchday mayhem obstructs the only route that gives her independence, the number 24 bus.
You've got a van parked there and a van parked there. The bus can't get through. We're cut off here.
Bus driver Stephen Southway has been tackling this route for 8 years.
OK, a lot more people crossing the road now. That one's on double yellows and that one. They just don't think about larger vehicles. Perhaps they ought to have a course on common sense at university.
It's a tight squeeze for Steve, but he's trying to remain calm in the chaos and keep his eye on the ball.
You can't go anywhere, madam. Just come forward. That's it. Thank you very much.
His bus is way behind schedule, and Jane is still waiting.
Anyone who lives up or down up there cannot get back home on a bus if they've caught a bus. You can't get in or you can't get out. It's all wrong.
Oh, look, more cars on double yellows. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, here we go. I'm touching that bollard on the concrete. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Why don't they think of this? Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
With the final whistle blown, the streets are gradually clearing, and Steve's bus can finally get through to Jane.
I love Bristol City, the football team myself. I was born and brought up with it. I'm not having a go at that. I just wish the buses and the city crowd be aware it's not all honey.
But kicking the football fans' bad parking into place could be child's play. In the Tameside area of Manchester, a primary school has taken a novel approach to tackling the problem of school gate parking chaos. Parents are being ticketed for bad parking around the school gate by their own children.
Let's have a picky. Told at the back.
With an average age of 10, these baby-faced enforcers have been turning the tables on their naughty mums and dads.
You can't park there, Mum.
Who persistently break the school rules.
You should know better.
Decked out in high-vis jackets and caps, these junior PCSOs are on patrol with head teacher Steve Marsland.
Shall we go? OK. Let's hit the door.
Armed with tickets and stickers, it's action stations.
they're going to go and have a word with somebody who's on the drop curbs.
Just because you're on a drop curb, that's all. Right. Drop me. Alright, okay, thank you.
The boys start with a polite warning.
She's going dropping the kids off, and then if she doesn't move in a couple of minutes, we're giving her a ticket.
Right.
The impact of the parking ticket is that they're a replica of the ones that the local police or traffic wardens give out. But inside there's an advice slip: please park away from school, please observe the zigzags.
And if you walk to school, you'll get a special well done sticker.
Parking on the double yellows and restricting road width that people can't get past.
Please could we not park on double yellow lane?
Are we on the lines? I didn't know it was. So sorry.
It's all right.
OK.
It's a little bit more embarrassing, I think, for parents to be chastised by their own children for parking.
When they're actually being challenged by children or even their own children, I think it's got a much greater impact and we've had much more positive results.
In the 2 years they've been doing this, it's made a big difference.
There was people there, and then there was some people who parked along the cars so the cars couldn't get out.
The kids love being the junior PSSOs, they love working with us at the police, and we found that is really the most effective way of getting the message over to parents.
Giving this car ticket because they're blocking these cars in.
Yeah, so like if it's a bad emergency and that they need to go somewhere quickly.
And plus there's no one in the car, so say like they did need to move, they can't.
I think this is a great idea, and I think more schools should really look at this and say, yeah, this could be the way forward.
Someone's found their ticket.
I'm sorry, guys. I feel so guilty. Like, if it was a parking warden, I'd probably be like, not to say I wouldn't care, but I feel absolutely, like, shameful.
It's not just the adults that get taught a thing or two. The children brim with confidence, knowing that together they can make a real difference.
Have I got to move?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not locking anybody in. I'll be back tomorrow.
I'll give you a ticket.
These police cadets won't stop until the parking parents play by the school rules.
Well, thanks very much.
You're good. Great day. Bye.
Nice day.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Training to be a traffic warden is one thing. Daring to take on a traffic warden is another. Like this brave man did.
Hang on here, look, ticket warden, look. On yellow lines, but she's giving tickets out.
When he saw a warden parked on double yellow lines herself whilst issuing a ticket. Furious at what he saw as double line, double standards, delivery driver Josh couldn't hold back.
Being out on the road as a delivery driver, it is hard. In Birmingham, it's every man for themselves with parking.
Look, double yellows, and you're doing people for parking on double yellow lines, and you're on double yellows yourself.
But it wasn't Josh that got the ticket.
I seen this elderly lady. She was on 2 sticks going to her car. She was parked on double yellow lines, but it did look like she was just nipping to the shops. The traffic warden's off, like, trying to be nasty to the elderly lady. I said, I'll help her in her car and just let her be on her way. I said, it's 10 minutes, love. So she started being a bit moody towards me, so I thought I'll get my phone out.
You're on double yellows yourself, love. How can you park on double yellows? And you're doing people for tickets.
Unfortunately for Josh, his righteous indignation was misplaced.
Apparently, they are allowed to park on double yellow lines only if they're issuing a ticket. She was walking around at first, then she walked back down the road to give this old woman a ticket. So, to me, that wasn't pulling up and giving somebody a ticket.
How are you parking on double yellows and you're doing people for tickets? Hello?
His mum is particularly proud of her son for standing up for an old lady.
I really am proud of our Josh. How can you go and give an elderly woman on 2 sticks a ticket and you're doing the same yourself? It's disgusting.
In certain jobs, there is a little bit of leeway you have to give. If not, you're just going to have a stressful life, stressful job. Parking is not a big crime. There's bigger crimes out there, but then you get a ticket off a traffic warden and it's the end of the world, do you know what I mean? It's just gone crazy.
Finding a place to park can be a pain at the best of times, especially when someone nicks your space right before your eyes. But where it's a parking free-for-all like here in North Bristol, the lack of control has sent the local residents in a spin.
Parking round here is a nightmare.
The parking permit system is a total joke.
Bottom line, the parking scheme is there to make money. It's not really helped.
Some of the locals have come together to form BOSA, the Bishopston and St Andrews Traffic Parking Group. They're desperate to find a solution to the parking chaos in their local streets.
OK, good evening, everybody.
The aim really is to make parking safer in this area.
But they're still unsure about whether resident parking schemes known as RPS are the best way to go.
It's quite divisive. It's kind of, I'm for RPS, I'm against RPS, therefore we shall never agree and we'll never speak to each other. Emotions do run really, really high.
For this group, parking has become as contentious as Brexit.
Introducing a residence parking scheme is a thing that has most, maybe the most irate.
Oh, bad luck.
Oh, it's wine as well.
Oh, wine spill.
It's all right.
They'll have a riot next.
There are some people who just object. They see this, it's a public space, and therefore there should be no one who has control over it. They shouldn't have to pay anything into using the road. And that's fine, that's their point of view.
The agenda of tonight's meeting is to agree on how to move their campaign forward. But the hot topic that's taken centre stage is pavement parking.
There was a letter on the Facebook site from the Chief Constable of Avon and Somerset saying it is illegal to park on the pavement.
Either some of the wording has been missed or he's wrong, because in Bristol it is not illegal to be found parked on the pavement.
Galling as it is, it's illegal to drive on the pavement, but it's not illegal to park on the pavement.
But there it is, in black and white. I just looked it up on my phone.
Whilst the members of BOSA are arguing about pavement parking,
it's my human right to be able to walk on the pavement, not to be squashed by your vehicle or whatever.
an unlikely urban guerrilla is taking matters into her own hands. Kate Oliver passionately believes the pavements are for pedestrians.
It doesn't actually provide enough space between the car and this signpost.
And likes to leave well-mannered handwritten notes to those drivers who rudely dump their cars on them.
Okay, so maybe that'll just raise their awareness quietly. So I've just written a polite note saying you have blocked the pavement and have parked across the street corner. Please park more awayly, thank you.
It's all very British.
Let's hope that maybe they'll give it a second thought next time.
But eventually, Kate hopes she can put the pen down.
So, I mean, I'm not going to spend all my life doing this and putting notes on cars, but I think it's useful to raise awareness locally and nationally, because that's going on all over the country where parking isn't sufficiently regulated.
Yours faithfully, Concerned Citizen. One man who's no stranger to bad parking is panto performer Liam.
Oh, there's no way. There's just no bloody way.
Motormouth Liam starts acting up whenever he has to parallel park, so he's been having lessons with driving instructor Andy.
The hardest thing that I'm going to find with Liam is actually getting him to button it so I can actually talk to him.
Question is, will Andy manage to get a word in during lesson 1?
Now, I know you do panto.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll do a little bit of things that you might remember from panto.
Oh, right? My God, you're not going to say, oh, yes, he can.
He's behind you. No, I won't do that.
Don't say that, because if you say he's behind you, I'll be expecting Danny Dye to walk through the door.
Oh, OK. Might look for him then.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Liam's got to prove he can squeeze into this space in the scrapyard before Andy's going to let him anywhere near a public road.
Do we start moving straight away?
Yeah.
With the wheel?
Yep.
Right.
That's it. You mesmerised with that mirror?
I'm mesmerised with the mirror. I'm just looking at myself.
Oh, OK. You're actually steering out of the space already?
What do you mean I'm steering out of the
We haven't even got in it. So you're steering out that way, which is bringing the front end across, which is why you're getting close to that one.
Yeah. So will I get in this space now?
Go on, give it a go. Put it on full lock.
Oh.
That way.
Oh.
Nice and chance. Have a look out the back window where the car is, instead of that mirror.
Oh my God, I'm definitely going to crash that again, aren't I?
So Oh, don't stop there then.
Yeah.
So now steer like a nutter that way. So steer like the age you are, not like a granny. That's it. And clutch down, brake stop. What did you think of that one?
But you're like my fairy godfather, so can't I have you in the car all the time telling me what to do?
You want me on speed dial?
All the time.
With a tiny bit of direction, Liam's performance was a class act.
The main issue is getting him to concentrate, so just getting him to be quiet.
I just hope that he doesn't fall out with me if I bang his car on the roads later, but I'm sure it might happen, so I hope he's got good insurance.
Rehearsal's over, Liam's public await. Public roads, that is, and real-life cars he needs to avoid bumping into.
Now just reverse back so you get your mirror lined up with their mirror.
Liam seems to be taking this very seriously. Maybe he's got stage fright.
Now look behind you for the car. Look out the window. No, that's a mirror. That's it.
Have you forgotten your lines, Liam?
Keep looking. Look at it. And then back into one. And then we'll just pull forward so we straighten it up.
Where's Motormouth gone?
Cool. Sorted.
So we've just parked.
So we're in. Well done. Last one.
Ah, there he is.
Oh my God, it was absolutely fabulous. Andy was amazing. I got in that car, I parked between that little space. I got that car in a tight space and I'm just absolutely buzzing. And I'm just made up because I got it in the space. Yay!
I was waiting for him to, like, rabble on, and I was going to tell him to, you know, rein it in a little bit, but no, he curbed his tongue, he didn't say anything, he just kept really quiet, and he brought it in sweet as a nut. Liam's my parking queen.
Well, that's one less bad parker on the road. Music to the ears of RoboCop, PC Mark Hodson is on a personal mission to educate the parkers of Birmingham about the dangers of bad parking.
You suddenly realise that not only legally but morally something needs to be done. Mobility scooters should be able to use the pavement like anybody else. But the only problem they have is when the pavement's blocked, like that.
Mark's the brainchild of a scheme called Operation ParkSafe, which has resulted in over 100 prosecutions in just 2 months, and he's about to nab one more.
This one yours, is it, mate? Yeah. The reason I'm speaking to you is you've blocked the pavement entirely there. We've just watched a bloke on a mobility scooter who wanted to use this pavement to go down on. He's had to go all the way down the road because you blocked the pavement here.
This driver is getting more than a ticket for his pavement parking misdemeanour.
Think about it.
What happens though?
You'll get a letter through the post, OK, giving you some options. They may send you on a driver awareness course, something like that. If they don't allow you a course, it's a minimum 3 points and £100. I don't decide, it all goes into your driver history. You've got to think about how you park. What's the reason for you parking here?
My grandma's just come back from Saudi, she wasn't feeling well.
Oh, yeah.
So I've come to look after her.
To guys like Mark, rules aren't made to be broken.
Nobody likes to be a problem, and it's not until somebody like me points it out to them and says, look what you've done, look at what the consequences could be, that they realise that they're behaving in this way, driving in this big way, and offending in this way.
The end of another day in RoboCop's Operation ParkSafe. And another day of dealing with bad parkers.
This isn't about ticketing as many people as you can and, issuing fines. It's about preventing harm to communities. That's the reason we do it.
This is a job Mark was made for.